Today I'll show you my top 10 Micarta everyday carry knives. I made sure to go ahead and cover just a bunch of different price ranges, so hopefully there will be something on this list for you. Do you remember a couple years back when Micarta was only found on more expensive knives? Well, now we've got budget brands, Savibi, CJRB, that are kind of leading the way towards more affordable micarta for everybody. Hey, how you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Jay. Go ahead and consider clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. All right, let's get things started at number 10 from Artisan Cutlery. This is the small Hyperion. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm just so glad that they made this smaller version with a 3-inch D2 blade, because that larger one, I think it had about a 4-inch blade. That is just not the most practical for me. You know, that might work out fine for you though. Now they went ahead and used a burlap micarta for the scales. I think that was a really good choice because the traction on this thing, it's great. We do get some lefty love here because that deep carry clip, oh yeah, it is. It's movable to the other side. The action, you know what? That's where it's just okay. At the number 9 spot, I've got from Concept. This is the Cryo. Really like the feel of this micarta. It's nice and grippy with just really good traction. Now, if this specific version is out of stock at the time when you go to buy one, don't worry, because it comes in a bunch of different flavors. Like you can get them in carbon fiber or G10 scales. There's even titanium. They also have some without a flipper tab. Number 8, I got a Penguin from QSP. This one was sent to me by a subscriber, Eric, and I am so glad that he did because it's really such a good looking sheep's foot blade. The micarta here, it feels a little different to me. It's kind of, maybe you can see it's pretty smooth, so maybe it doesn't really have the best traction out there. Have you seen though those new versions that recently that came out? There's now, you can get it in a good looking red micarta. There's a carbon fiber, even one I saw with brass scales, but that thing is going to be like a friggin' boat anchor. Now, if you live in an area with blade length restrictions, you need to know that the blade here does measure just over 3 inches. Number 7 is going to be the Vanguard version of the Kizer beg lighter. This is further proof that the current trend with manufacturers is now to make a bunch of different versions of past popular models. Remember how not all that long ago, the beg lighter was only available with that coated blade. The micarta here is also, yeah, it's really smooth. Oh, and I totally forgot that this knife has lefty love. And the reason I forgot is because when you look at it, anytime you get a clip that's kind of canted to the side, usually it's not going to be switchable to the other side. This one, you can. Number 6, how about the Appalachian Drifter from Savibi? This is basically just a detent lock version of the rustic gent, except it has a top flipper, it has a pocket clip, thicker, yeah, it's a thicker handle, and a blade steel upgrade to S35 VN. Now the micarta is a little on the slick side, but you see like this transition groove that does appear on both sides, which would normally like separate the handle scale material from the bolster. Those little grooves, they really do help add a little bit of traction. Since this blade doesn't really lock, you know, are you going to be more inclined to maybe use this more for, I don't know, light duty tasks? I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Hey, if you're liking this video so far, go ahead and click on that thumbs up. Number 5, I've got the Scepter from SunCut. I know I said this before, but yeah, this is one of my new favorite small budget knives for 2021. I mean, this knife, man, it is just such a good time to carry. I don't know how they were able to get the action this friggin' good, because did you see that? It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's got decent traction on these micarta scales. It's gonna be, you know, it's a smaller knife, so your hand pretty much more than likely just gonna wrap around the handle, so your fingertips are not always gonna be coming in contact with that micarta. You had to know that this knife would be making an appearance at number 4. Yeah, it's the Elementum. Do you remember, God, it doesn't seem all that long ago when finding an Elementum in stock was practically impossible? Man, I am just so glad that that's not the case anymore. And at a time when, you know, people are struggling, it's tough for some to be able to pay their bills every month. I really think that the Elementum, it came around at almost like the perfect moment. I think that that's a big part of the reason why it's so popular. I know that some of you are not going to agree with me, but I do like the micarta on this. I think it feels good, and come on, it looks even better. Number 3 from CJRB, this is the Feldspar. The micarta scales have way better traction than this G10. I mean, this is a little bit kind of smooth anyway to begin with, so I guess it's not going to take much to be an improvement. But even compared to other micarta scales, this one has just a ton of traction. And it is going to cost you a couple bucks more. But as of right now, I've only seen these micarta ones at Blade HQ, where I got this one. But then there's also a burlap micarta version, kind of like that Hyperion I showed you earlier. Yeah, it comes in burlap micarta, and you can find those over at Knife Center. Number 2 from Giant Mouse, this is the Acebiblio. Honestly, guys, I almost gave up on this knife because of how friggin' long that break-in period was. I mean, I was kind of pissed. At first because, you know, I paid $175 for this when I could have went and spent $50 for a micarta knife with way better action. Now that the action is better, I'm happy. Yeah, because it's like getting a brand new knife again because of how much I carry this now. So if you have one of these and you're currently feeling kind of disappointed, wait, because I promise you that action, it will get better. Now, before I go ahead and show you number 1, I've got an honorable mention for you from Riot. This is the iron. Okay, so I went ahead and put this knife here as an honorable mention because the main material, I mean, it's going to be titanium with some really nice micarta inlays. I mean, they are so nice, in fact, that if you close your eyes and you rub your fingers on here, you can't feel the transitions between the titanium and the micarta. Plus, you know what? It gives me an excuse to show this baby off. I mean, would you just look at that blade? Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. And the action, oh my God, even better. I think that this might actually be the newest addition to my top 5 all-time favorite knives list. And I would love to know, what are some of your favorite micarta everyday carry knives? And if you don't have 10, hey, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and list as many as you possibly can down in the comments. My number 1 favorite micarta knife, Kizer Vanguard Gemini. Now, if you go ahead and use the link that I put in the description and you see that these are not in stock on Amazon, don't worry, because I have also seen these for sale at Blade HQ. This, I'm going to tell you right now, this has the best action out of all the different Geminis that I have ever tried. Yeah, it's that good. Up on the screen now is a video I really think that you should watch next because it'll take you to my previous list of favorite micarta knives. Don't forget to go ahead and click on that subscribe. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Love you guys. Take care.